Hello, and welcome to the 12th day update of our journey to Tier 2 Rathma on the SSF Druid. And I bet you can hear me smiling right now, because you can hear when somebody smiles. And I just recorded this video like a moment ago, but I forgot my microphone on mute. So, okay. So we're just doing it again. So just pretend like I haven't just watch the video and like I know everything that's gonna happen and that I know what I'm gonna say, because I do know what I'm gonna say, and I watched the video just a moment ago. So yeah, let's just get into it. And again, I guess for me, okay, so yeah, that's our state. Our gear stayed about the same. We had a few upgrades to our charms, nothing crazy, and Merc stayed about the same. Let me pull the video, all the drops. I'm gonna pretend to be super surprised by everything. Okay. Alright, let's go. So first map, we're in a Scopus map, and over here we drop a Geese charm and a unique ring. We are kind of looking for a Geese charm that has 15 reduced vendor prices, not because we need gold, just because I like the idea of having one that is like 15%. The ring rolls Karen Wind, so we just drop it to the ground, and the Geese was also not that good. So far, the best Geese we got was 13%, so nothing crazy. We drop a Ghoul Rune in the same Scovos, as far as I remember. Which is nice. Ghoul Runes are very flexible because you can cube them up to Vex and to Ohm. Which are kind of like Ghoul, Vex, Ohm are the runes you usually use in Rathma to get maximum resistances for poison, fire, and cold in that order. So very useful runes to have around, especially Ghouls, because they're like the lowest, so they can be cubed up to Vex and then to Ohm. Over here, a few maps later, or one map later, we get a Geet event. And Geet events were kind of like okay for us so far. Nothing crazy happened during Geet events. And over here we have a chance for a Dango, which we do manage to pull. Pretty solid stats with 13 PDR, 39 vitality. The axe does not roll Warlord's Trust, which is a pretty good weapon that you can run tier 2s with. And we try to roll a Death Web. And yeah, we actually do manage to pull it with the minimum stats, 2 skills, minus 10 to poison resistances, 5-4 lake and make. So pretty sad rolls. I still slammed it just to see what would happen. It rolled minus the enemy lightning resistances, which I guess is kind of funny. The belt rolled the chance to pierce, which means you can put on like an act 1 merc if you need them to have more PDR. I guess it's not too bad. We drop our 5th Arak. I'm still looking for a really nice slam on the Arak. We haven't had anything too crazy so far. We're using like an all attribute one. So yeah, let's check. FCR on this one was 19 FCR, and it slammed cold res. So right now, not too useful. I wasn't like gonna change them because we have enough FCR at the moment. But it's always good to keep those, you know, just in case you get like, you know, maybe after I remove some of my charms that give me resistances, I need a little bit of cold res. This one can sort me out. And over here, I don't know what took me over that I picked up these rare boots. I don't pick up any pair of rare boots, but for some reason picked these up. And even though they don't have faster run walk, they have 25 PLR. They have poison, cold, and fire res, which are the 3 types of res you need for Rathma. And it had 10 FHR, which is pretty solid on boots. So I decided, yeah, why not? I'm gonna slam him, and they slant free to maximum the poison, which is very interesting because it's a very kind of tricky part of the poison res that you need to make up. You have like 7 or 8 usually from Spirit Keeper, then you can get 5 from Venom Grip, and with 3 more you get to 15, or 15 is the maximum for those who don't know, and that's the amount you want for Rathma. And you can do it this way, or you can get like 2 from your belt, 2 from your amulet, and 8 from your helm, the Spirit Keeper, and then 3 from the boots. So there's a lot of ways to work it, but 3 from the boots is like super useful, especially when the res is so nice from it. It had like 65 total res, or maybe a little bit higher. So yeah, overall very, very nice. Drop a unique ring from Mephisto while farming pests, as I promised I would do, 1 hour a stream, and it rolls 6 maximum to a 6 to fire absorb, which is the max roll, and it rolls 133 AR, which is really nice for an AR slam. AR slams on dwarf stars is usually what you would take on a melee character. So if we do want to run Maulbear's Fury, that's usually what I would use during seasons when using melee characters in Declone. So really nice ring, really nice slam. Now we have 2 kind of GG slammed Dwarf Stars for Declone, which is really, really nice. The PDR one and the AR one. And over here, we had a small charm, 18 life and 8 max poison res. Sorry, not max poison. It's a pretty solid roll. Like, it's really high life roll, so very useful just in case we need to close out some res and get as much life as we can. These kind of small charms will accumulate over time. We will be really, I'll be really happy that I picked all of them up eventually, because they're going to help me kind of fix that puzzle of resistances for Rathma. Drop another rune sword, that's the Plague Bearer. Rolls 4 to rabies, but I still wanted to slam it because my best one has 4 to rabies right now. If I rolled 4 sockets, it would have been really nice and possibly could have done tier 2 Rathma. Sadly, it rolls attack rating, which is kind of useless. Another unique drop, unique ring drops. It's an alt heal. Have to see one of those at least every day, and sometimes I share that with you guys. Sometimes I see it twice. We drop another unique amulet, and yesterday I said there were 2 amulets we haven't dropped, High Lords and Metal Grid, and I was incorrect about that. There was actually 3 amulets we haven't dropped, and one of them was Atma's. So now only Metal Grid is the one we haven't dropped. Atma's is a really nice amulet, mostly for mapping on melee characters. This one rolls 7 dex. Everything else on it rolled pretty nicely. So yeah, overall solid item. We also drop our first pair of War Travs. War Travs are kind of like the MF boots normally for most characters. These one roll max poison res. Sadly, the MF roll on them is almost minimal at 31, which makes them not very good for magic finding, which means I'll probably not be using them. But it's still nice to see. Another Hellslayer drops with 197 ED, still almost perfect. Hoping for a very nice slam on that one, and sadly it rolls attack rating, so another attempt at the Hellslayer setup sadly goes wrong, but you know, I'll keep trying. You know, Hellslayer, one of those few weapons that even non-ethereal can do tier 2 Rathma pretty solidly, given just how much power it has. And over here we drop our second Ghoul rune for the day. Again, super nice to have these like pair of Ghoul runes that I can cube up if I want to, make Vex or something of the sort. While having a Darkness event, we were fighting Bale and dropped a G-Bane. Hopefully I'll be blind slamming that soon, since like you should always slam a G-Bane. They can always roll well. Of course, the rolls we're looking for either +1 all skills, free sockets, max fire, max gold, max poison is okay. All resistances is kind of tolerable, but not really what we want. But these are the kind of things we're looking to have. And yeah, G-Bane is a relatively common item, so we're gonna get a lot of chances to drop it and slam it, which kind of means I don't have to compromise on the G-Bane most likely, as much as I would have to on like a Spirit Keeper, for example, which is the helm we're using for Rathma. And yeah, the G-Bane this time survives. Last one we had, I think, broke. And yeah, you can see from my face, I'm not happy about this slam. It's pretty much the worst slam you can get is 1 socket, so it is what it is, but very sad to see it. Drop our third unique map. Unique maps are super helpful to us in kind of gaining these difficult to get like either charms or uniques. And this one is our first Warlord map. I was kind of hoping for Azara's again to get more charms, but there's nothing bad about getting a Warlords. Obviously, very happy about that. I'm gonna get probably done on day 13. I'm gonna try and do like kind of like an enhanced MF setup, so I can make sure I drop as many uniques as I can during the map. So I'll see how I choose to do that. I haven't like figured that out yet, what's the best way to go about it, but we're gonna look to enhance our MF as much as we can, and just yeah, just go for the map and try to drop as many uniques as possible. We drop our pretty much 5th or 6th lidless shield. I'm still looking for a secondary lidless shield with 2 skills. This one will sadly not be it. Another one rolled 1 to skills. The reason we're looking for one is mostly to have on our switch with our CTA rune word, so we can buff our bow with 1 skill more. So that could be nice, but otherwise we don't really need one urgently or anything. And over here we drop another unique amulet, and this is the Metal Grid. So now I officially did drop every single amulet in the game, joining a few other stuff that we already covered. Of course, we do want to slam this. A good metal grid could be our tier 2 Rathma amulet. This one had pretty average rolls with 425 and 28 res. But with a max to all slam, +1 skill, CBF, never mind, it bricked. So sadly, it did not hit any of those. It just broke, but maybe the next one could be the one for us. You never know. We get another unique ring. It's a Nagel ring. We drop back on the ground immediately because we do not care for it. And this was already towards the end of the stream where we're starting to push for some experience with hoping to get close to the end. Drop another demon machine, and yeah, these demon machines are visiting us quite frequently, and I am hoping we get a big improvement maybe with this one, because this one rolled pretty high ED with 308. And yeah, we slam it. It seems to survive. It rolls 3 sockets, another average slam. This is technically, very technically, slightly stronger than our last one, given our current situation, because our last one, as you can see with the jewels it has 417 enhanced damage. The one we just dropped has 308, so I'm kind of doing the math there that like if I put 3 solid like average jewels, I can probably get a little bit more enhanced damage, but not really rushing to it. Try to buy a pair of War Travelers, sadly got a Goblin Toe. Did manage to buy the Shaft Stop, and I think this is the 3rd Shaft Stop we buy from Geet, so for some reason he's been really kind with us on the Shaft Stops. And we try to get our Grandfathers, which is another really nice weapon, even non-ethereal, very, very strong. Sadly, we get an Executioner, or we got a Sword Guard, actually, I think, is what it's called. And we slam 22 all resistances on the Shaft Stop, 28 PDR, 129 life, so overall pretty solid. Not exactly the slam you want. 3 sockets would have been much better for us, or like a PDR slam, max life slam, all these would have been really nice. Sadly, we got none, but it is what it is. And here, one map before the last, we AD some charms, and we get another life all res charm. So another addition to our Rathma, kind of like targeted small charms. These will definitely be super useful for us there. And on our last map, last final map that took us to 90%, we actually drop a Vex Rune. So 2 ghouls and a Vex, all these will be super helpful. Effectively, they can be an ohm together. And yeah, that was our final drop for day number 12. So yeah, still keeping it busy. You can kind of see we built a pretty solid base of runes here. We got like a bunch of ohms, like a lot of mid-tier runes. Some high runes, cubable even. We are missing the Cham and the Ist, but we can cube up to Ist with our ohms. I'm just not rushing to do it because I don't need an Ist right now. But yeah, I am looking to, of course, we farmed 3 pests, by the way. I don't know if I said it. We put 1 hour into it. We're going to stick to 1 hour a day. I was more expecting to get like 1 pest per hour. So I was surprised we dropped so many, but hey, I mean, I'm not complaining. We got what we got, and I'm happy with it. My intentions were that we run this, like whenever we get a splinter, which hopefully happens soon again, I'll run all the pests that I have accumulated. And this may be a problem because we're gonna have more pests in BSS soon, unless we get some key events with actual destruction keys. As you can see, I've not been farming any keys. I just got random key events, and they all gave me keys of terror. So I mean, I guess that's just where we're at right now on this. But it's okay. It's a whatever thing. We're not too worried about it. Regardless, we are looking to farm 1 hour of pests. Then we're gonna push to level 96. We're currently 95. We'll push to level 96. That would be, I mean, the level improvement is not big for us in terms of like a power spike. It's just like nice to hit these kind of like milestones. After that, I'm very likely to run this Warlord map, looking for as many uniques as I can, and hopefully if we get like 3 or 4 more sigils while farming on the way to like level 96, then I'll also run like a bunch of Uber Ancients because I'm starting to run out of standard of heroes for our maps. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan for day number 13. I'll keep, we'll keep crafting. If I can get more tools, we'll do another set of hit power amulets, which we are looking to hit something big with. Otherwise, keep re-rolling charms, looking for these kind of like druid charms. Somehow I counted like I counted during the recording of this video that failed, like, you know, 20 minutes ago. Druid rolled so far 6 skillers. All the other classes rolled somewhere between 7 to 13. So somehow the class I play obviously gets the least of the bunch, but it is what it is, and we just gotta move on and you know, keep going at it. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. I'll see you all on the next video, because you will watch it, because you have to. You're addicted, pretty much. I'm sure of it, okay? And if you're not, then maybe I won't see you. That would be very sad. But till then, I'll be around, probably on the stream, grinding it out. And yeah, either there or in the next video. Bye-bye.